welcome to Factorio Train World. My name is Nilas. This is episode 15 of our Let's Play campaign. So what we now have our robots up and running. They're flying around, and let me also just this is one of the questions that comes up very often: is how do I get the yellow dots to indicate the robots on the field? And that is pressing F4. And then this brings up the debug menu, then scrolling down, and there's one called Show Logistics Robots on Map. That's it. And then F4 to close it again. I really like this. This gives us a very good clue about where the robots are working. Right now I've set them up to restore my, what is it called? My T intersection here. This one is also fixed. This one's fixed. So there are sort of just a few of those that are not correct just yet. So we'll just take these out and replace them with the correct ones. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate that I had to make a mistake. I cannot build on deep water. Then try building it in deep water. I like this that it recognizes that this one is marked for deconstruction, but the new one is placed exactly the same, so it doesn't deconstruct it. Love it, absolutely love it. It's really cool. And that one we don't need to deconstruct either, so that'll just work whenever. Now we have our construction here. This I allowed the robots to build this because, well, boring stuff anyway. Boring conversation anyway. What I did as well was saying, you know what, I'm gonna need some steel as well, so I'm gonna have 2 steel on the outside and 4 iron on the inside. I'm not sure this is good, but it's the way we do it. And let's see, this is the middle, so that one. And if I balance on the inside, then I don't need this setup, which is really weird. Yeah. Good. And I'll just help these along so that it doesn't become the house robots, but it becomes the personal robots. And oops, how did that one happen? I have no clue. And that should be fine. Now we can make a balancer on the inside. I want to build it here. And this one just goes. And once this happens, we will actually have robots. Woohoo! Now that I think of it, we should be able to make we should be able to make stack inserters, right? Stack inserters should be possible. And this part as well. Now everything is currently just red belts, and that's just the way it is. Where do I take this? I'll take it from here. That one's fine. And it goes somewhat over here. This one goes up to the same level, and then we have to figure out where the good location for this one is, and that's definitely going to be better here. Ooh, jumping in front of trains, lovely. And once this is done, we have finally restored iron and copper, or iron and steel to the location. And at some point in the not too distant future, we're going to stamp down the same thing for copper as well, but you know, not as critical. Here, should I make this more advanced? Yeah, why not? This is honestly not necessary. So this one is a side balancer. Balance these two so that whatever comes in on either side or either belt, it goes out evenly on the other side. So perfect. We have restored our iron and copper. One of the very important things we want to go from here is actually, oh, hold on. Let me just try this. Can I do this one? Just straight up replacing these. Let's see if they complain. Do they complain? Yeah, they do complain. Let's go with a car and see why they complain, because I mean, we do have the red circuits up there, right? We do have the red circuits in our measly little hub base here, and isn't it? It should be there. So why is it not crafting? Ah, I know why it's not crafting. No, I don't know why it's not crafting. Oh yes, there we go. Easy peasy, that one. It's up here. Great. That is actually excellent. You know, I think I actually want this one to be a different one because I am going to have these both picked up and delivered back here at some point once. Couldn't that also be done for this? I think it could. We'll do that. All right, and what else do we need? Now the next thing, if we look out here, we at some point in the not too distant future, we want to restore our science production, and that's going to be a bit of a tricky thing, right? Because that's actually going to happen in this location. So as you can see, there will be a lot of trains, and that's because the train world. Oh yeah, by the way, someone has been yelling at me like one of these is outputting into a power pole, and I just don't really care. Right? I don't even see which one it is, but there's something about the coal, and it's horrible and whatever, and it's really not a big deal. It is a whole lot of not a big deal. So, but what is a big deal is that I should actually have taken this part out. This is outside of the network, so kind of relevant. Maybe something like this could be done. Take these out because always. And take that one there. I'll take this out so we can hurry up and get this out of the way. And maybe something like this could be useful here as well. One, two, three. Just throw it in here. Since none of this is actually scaled correctly, then this is kind of irrelevant as well. But it's working, and hold on, no it's not. It's not working because I don't have my robot port down there yet. But we will get it, we'll get it. Let me just take this one. Trees in the way, who cares about trees? And again, we want to clear out all the trees inside our base immediately. There. And then we can also do this one down here ish. Yep. These have to be shifted by one, remember? When these get expanded, or if they get expanded. I doubt it though, but you know, could happen. There. There. Yes. That one. I think that's it. So if you go... So difficult to place. Alright, that should be somewhat okay. Now, moving on. Where did our the cars up here? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we scale up and continue to scale up in our base. The next big issue is going to be power for sure, because yeah, power is not really satisfactory. And this one is 4,000. Great. We'll just put this in our little temporary box down here. And yes, I'm going to do a lot of temporary. So basically, I don't feel like I need to apologize, but I do know that a lot of people will look at this and just go like, you don't know how to play the game. I wanted this to be a train world, and therefore I go to trains way too early. That's just the way it works. You want to go to trains, then build the damn trains. And now that I have sort of a small amount of robots, we are somewhat okay. Now I'd like to build solar panels, but I think they're simply too expensive for us right now. How's our power? Well, actually in the beginning, power is actually... Solar panel might actually be just a good thing to build. Let me think. The thing we need is we need steel and copper and green circuits. Green circuits, yes. Steel, well now yes. And copper, okay-ish. Well, not at all. Oh yeah, it ran out of coal. That's kind of a thing. How is that not? Oh, really? I'll just fix that because since our copper is dead, then that's kind of bad. These ones, that's because of the chain network. As a lot of people have already alluded to, then yeah, it's probably going to be a setup that we just, this base will almost certainly, as in 100% certain, be using logistics train network at some point. Because it is just, in my opinion, the best way to control network. It is, yeah, it's, I mean, it does exactly what I want from a train network. It automatically routes it to where it makes sense. And this one, I wanted to just make a box so that I was sure that I actually had these things. And because I'm kind of looking at running, I'm not looking at running, but I'm expecting that I'm going to run out of these. And that's not good. Yeah, okay, so copper is restored. It's not the right place. It has to be redone, but right now this is good enough-ish, I think. Oops. Next up, solar panels. Let me think. I got some there, and there, but getting those into a location where we could make solar panels is going to be absolutely disgusting. That one we could do, that one we could do, and that one. You could actually make it. I mean, and that, yes, we are again making an awful hack. I know. Let's make a little thing here. That's way too much. Solar panels. Yep. This is just me sort of hypothesizing how it should be. Good. These will be outputting in the middle lane. Yep. And what do we need here? We need one dedicated green circuit line and then a combined line of something else. So that's going to be a green circuit here. And this one should be just whatever the other two things. And this is, yeah, okay. So this one goes up here. This one goes here. And yeah, that's yeah. And all we need is now some steel going up here as well. And yes, I'm still dragging it from random location here. It will be different. It'll be different when... I don't know even know when it's going to be different. This has to sort of be, I don't know, solved somehow. How about we... Ta-da! Remove this. Yeah, so this means I'll need steel. This one needs batteries. Batteries we can get there. And then I'll take 1, 2. Why is that one not? Here we go. And that has to go into 2 locations. There. This one will be... Oh, I thought there was a... I thought I was being attacked. Damn. It's just a power. I don't care about it. I should. I know I should, but I don't. Can I drag the copper, the batteries down there? I could. I'm also going to need the batteries there. So why don't we just figure out where the batteries are? The batteries are just crazy good, right? Aren't they? Yeah, I think they are. Alright, let's see. It really doesn't want to go down here because there's not a lot of room. It could go there, but no. I'll go on the other side. Yep. We'll go here. Maybe leave the car here. Is that necessary? Nope. This is turning into a bit of a bus thing. Where did I want the... I wanted it there. Okay, so that's not really necessary right here. That's correct, yeah. That's the batteries, and the other batteries go here. Happy. All right, we have actually a bit of solar panels. That's great. I'll limit this to 500 of each. And go back. Let's get some. The one thing I'm kind of wondering is then, where do we place the solar panels? That I'm not really sure of. Oh, let's grab the robots first. Got it. And there will be no science for, honestly, a long while now. What are we missing? We're missing some of these. So we have about, yeah, 200 logistic spots. I'll get a few more, but not much. How many construction bots? Yeah, we'll change to construction bots afterwards. Got it. This is fine. And now let's design or place some roboports. Also robots. This one. The irony is that it's a coal train, right? And we'll do automatic refueling at some point eventually, maybe sometime. Cool. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but it's gonna be something that everyone will be annoyed about before it happens. So that's just lovely. Now, what I want to do actually is I want to keep moving upwards and outwards. We want to expand our network upwards. So let's just keep expanding upwards here. And this is gonna take a lot of roboports and a lot of power. So power should be one of the things we'd want to work on soon-ish. So everything should be placeable from here. And let's see. So where could we build good roboport? I mean, the obvious thing is this place is never going to be used for anything. So that could be a location. It's going to be ugly as sin, but it's going to be something. Basically, we could take any location that isn't, or we can make dedicated spots. But the thing is, my dedicated spots will be quite limited. That is a mistake. That's not going to happen. Hold on, that one is a mistake. So that one can't be there. No, because I don't have T intersections. So that goes in. Something is wrong. I don't know what, but something is wrong here. I'm gonna look at my master list at some point and figure out what the hell went wrong here. You know, this is my secret master plan. I'm gonna just look at it and see if what we can figure out, because that looks like it would have to be a... Oh no. It goes in there, and then that one is going to be here, and then this one's going to be, and I'm just going to mark it with a green blob because that just means something is going to be built here. You can see it on the other side as well. And that one as well. Yeah, so 4 blob here, 4 blob there. And that one will be reserved. And this will be green, and this probably will be red, I think. But we kind of need a lot of landfill to make that happen. Okay, so that means there's the only T intersections here. There'll be a T intersection here. There'll be a T intersection here. We could actually make the T intersection at this point, and we can make that like so. Take that one out and that one out, which is a bit of a shame. Still there. And use this as an example of what to build. Let's do that. It should be something that's relatively close. You know, there's a one that's even better, so that one's relevant. And what, let's see, is this one working? Why are you not working? What is it missing? It's missing. Oh, it's missing iron. Okay. Let's have a look at the iron thing. Yeah, that's kind of awful. It was blocking. And I know that this network is awful. And it is kind of intended to be awful right now. That's my story. I'm gonna stick with it. I want it to be a bit awful. Let's see. Why are they not being built? Oh, you know what? It's very important to remember inserters. That's a free tip for me to you. And we are going to get just a few. We're also going to take... Are they coming in? First ones. And we are going to really strain our power right now. There we go. The first one's coming in. 4. And we can probably make do with 4 for now. So we are going to build my classic, the new classic I would say in terms of how I built roboports or built solar panels now. It is very tightly packed. It can be built without substations. It is pretty close to perfect ratio. So all of those things add up to being just a very good setup. Yeah. And then oh yeah, and the best thing is how tileable it is. Boom, that's tileable. Okay, so let's start by undoing our robots and just getting a sense of where this could be. Like, what if we did like this? How much would not work? I mean, that one. It's close though. What if we... Damn you. I don't want you. Damn robots. You're too fast. Now what if we did it in another way? We built around that one and just go, how would the ideal, what would be the least obnoxious location this one could be? It would have to not block a power pole. So it could be something like this. And then how close could I make the other one to the wall? Don't like it. Then it could be something like this, maybe. Now that's something, right? That's something. That's not something. So what if we do... We like this. Do we then like that one? Oh, very much. And very much. No, that's not it. There and there. It's actually... That's looking quite reasonable, doesn't it? Except when we go over to the other one and figure out that it's not at all the same. Damn it. We need to make sure that it's balanced. This is how you figure out where the middle things are. So, damn those robots. They really need to get some better things to do than annoy me. So this has to be, it has to be something like this. And that's... Okay, I have to take you out, just for now. This is not awful, right? Not the most awful thing that could be happening, right? And if I do it on the other side as well, oh, I'm gonna be locked in soon. How close to the edge? Oh, that's actually good. This is very good. Hoppa. And it doesn't even interfere with that one. Nice. So what if I wanted to get it further up? I could. I'm out. I could take this guy here. Guy. Ugh. I hate when people say guys about things that are not guys, but just like machines and solar panels and accumulators. So how about I try not to do that? That line. This looks very reasonable, to be honest. Quite happy with this. And I think this will, using the word solve in the context of this is not great because it's not solved. Next question is, could I move it one down? Would that be better? If I moved it by one, I would lose this one, but I would not gain anything else. Same on the other side. I would get it one off the path up here, which might be okay, but I would also start interfering with these. Right, so let's have a look at this one. This is 200 to 231 times 60 watts. That's 13 megawatts, which is actually not bad, sort of peak performance and all. But if you look at it, if we're using 51, then adding 13 is not insignificant. The thing is, I'm kind of wondering if I could shift it one down, how much that would break. Oh yeah, and the other thing is how many it is. Okay, so we have 231, and the ideal ratio is 25 solar panels to 21 accumulators. So we take the 231 and divide by 25 and multiply by 21, and then we get 194, and I only have 186, right? So it is 8 off the perfect ratio. And if we really look at it, then we could just look like 1, 2. So now it's only 4 off the perfect ratio. And if I really want to push it, I could just, you put one in there. You can take some of this out. You know, I could actually do that. I'll just give it a shot. But the one thing that is not great about this pattern is it's impossible to move through in a sort of useful manner. How about just doing that one, right? Now that's going to break the ratio in terms of sort of correctness, shift it far in favor of the other one. But on the other hand, it now is 2 tiles off, and I think this is better. So conclusion hereby, that's it. It is now 221, and I'm going to have 200. So it's slightly overstacking the accumulators. But on the other hand, this is brilliant. And what we can do from here is I go here and then I can take that one out. And then it's just a matter of going to another location. We want to see that it's scalable. Flip, flip, align, boom. And that one gets an extra. And over on this one, we can't do that one. But over on this one, I can just take one we already had. We take these out. And just like this, we have now put... Just like that, we have now added... It was like 13 peak. That means 39. About... Let's just round it off and say about 40 megawatts of sustainable power to our base. Lovely, 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 lovely. And of course, it's going to take a while to build, but that's the beauty of solar panels. It's just like, whatever, build it when you can, and moving on to other things in the meantime. Good. Okay, I think we are wrapping up this one. I think we can start to see that we can scale up. Power was the main concern that sort of had the back of my mind. Now my main concern is how to deal with the biters, so we can actually get out here, because as we increase our production capacity, and then we also increase our power consumption, and we just do not have our science anywhere near being ready. I could go up and take this one out, then make these two locations sort of weekly, and then go from there. I think that might be one of the things we want to do. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series, albeit it's a bit strange and a bit sort of unstructured, it seems, but don't worry, it'll get there eventually. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, stay effective.